Okay, so we just had events escalate in the Middle East, and this is obviously affecting markets right now. But I'm going to tell you in today's video that I believe this is just a dip in the market, and we will be getting past this, and we will continue in the upward trend that we started with altcoins and with Bitcoin. If that sounds interesting, please make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well if you're new, and we'll get straight into today's content. So this is my current list of my top cryptos. And you can see the ones that I have starred are the ones I would prioritize buying in the market right now. And I've kind of had this as the case for quite some time now. For a few weeks, I've been telling you guys that Sei and Aerodrome would be the coins I would be stacking in this market. I believe that we are entering the final stage of a crypto bull market, and there is one last major move to the upside when it comes to altcoins. I personally think these kind of tensions will escalate and will continue for some time, but when the market is in a bull market, it kind of puts some of these things on hold and then deals with them later. And that's what I believe the market will do essentially, and we'll move forward to the upside again. So you can see here the total three just to all-time highs here. We are still over a 36% move away. Now, what you need to bear in mind is that if you are positioned in good quality coins, you are drastically going to outperform that 36% move to the upside. Now, the key chart that we want to be looking at, particularly you guys who are holding coins outside of the top 10, particularly you guys who are holding coins like maybe Sui, which is actually ranked 12th. Coins like Casper, coins like Tau, Render, those types of coins, you actually want to be looking at the others chart as opposed to the total three. And what you can see in the others chart is we haven't even matched the 2021 levels so far this cycle. So the others chart is very much in its infancy. And this is kind of what shows why the sentiment is still pretty bad when it comes to altcoins. You know, we're seeing Bitcoin above 100K. A lot of people are happy in the market, particularly those of you who are holding Bitcoin. But the guys who are holding altcoins, especially coins outside of the top 10, you are not feeling a bull run, and you haven't felt a bull run since 2021 unless you are positioned in the clear winners and you're outperforming the rest of the crowd. Now, I believe there's a good chance others can match the 2021 levels this bull run, if not surpass them. And I've done some basic calculations, and just to the 1.618 fib retracement level on the others chart, you would be looking at around a 2.6x now. Now, at the time of doing these calculations, it was actually a 2.4x. But let's just go with a 2.4x. If others was to 2.4 times in valuation, I strongly believe the coins I'm going to share with you today would 3 times that, because they are, you know, drastic outperformers. They are much better coins than your typical coins. You got to bear in mind, others represents all these coins outside of the top 10. And I can tell you right now as a fact, many of these coins are not very good. You just shouldn't have them in your portfolio because they're garbage, they're scams, they're Ponzi schemes, etc. Right? And what I'm saying is if you pick the winners, you will drastically outperform that 2.4 or 2.6x that others is going to potentially do in this final stage of the bull run. That would then mean you would probably be looking more at a 7x or an 8x as opposed to just a 2x. And that's the baseline, guys. Okay, that's the baseline. That's a realistic target, which I think most of you guys can do. And, you know, some of you will do even better than that, particularly those who are in a network, who are scouting the markets every day and keeping up to date with what's going on. My group offers the perfect place for that. If you're interested in a 24/7 Discord community and my personal buy and sell alerts, check out that link in the description. Now, one of the coins I've been talking about for quite a while would be Aerodrome, and this one has actually been heading up on the day. And you're going to be thinking, why is this coin pumping despite the rest of the market literally all in red? And there's a very clear reason for this. But by the way, I have been telling you guys consistently on the channel to stack Aerodrome. Obviously not financial advice, but I've been saying consider stacking Aerodrome if it's suitable for your financial circumstances. But I was saying that way below 50 cents. This thing is now starting to leave the station. And we can see that some massive news came out from Aerodrome saying that we will be integrating DEXs from Base directly into the main Coinbase app, enabling Coinbase users to access and trade millions of assets on-chain. Aerodrome's best in-class trading execution will soon be coming to millions of Coinbase users. Okay, so this is really, really bullish for Coinbase and for Aerodrome in particular. And you can see Coinbase actually went and put a post here slowly, then all at once. So yeah, I mean this is very bullish for Aero. We all know that Aero is obviously a base DeFi project, but now it's going to be on Coinbase. It's going to basically bring the DEX to Coinbase. That is extremely bullish for adoption, and it's only going to do good things for the token price. So I'm still betting on Aero, and I hope you guys paid attention to what I was saying over the past few weeks and months. Now, talking about other projects besides Aero, Casper is one I have on my radar right now. And I do have a decent position in Casper, but I am starting to get a little bit concerned with the price action and some of the things going on regarding marketing. I've got to be honest. I don't know what they're doing over at the Casper X page. This could have been a really good opportunity to market the product of Casper, the decentralized peer-to-peer currency, and, educate the world about how good it is. But I've had to unfollow the account because I just find it preposterous. I mean, the name is Casper City. They changed it from Casper Currency to Casper City. They didn't even bother to give the C a capital letter, so they've misspelt it or grammatically being incorrect. It's just, very, very disappointing. I've got to be honest. I don't really know what's going on with this account, but I can tell you it's definitely not for the good of It's definitely not for the good of Casper price action. But there is a key level that I'm watching on the chart. If Casper can hold above kind of 0.079, if it can hold above that on the weekly, I would still remain cautiously bullish. But if we were to close where we are right now, I would be expecting further price drops on Casper, probably down to around that 5 cent region. I've got to be honest, right? So it's in a golden pocket. Right now, it seems like it's breaking down below the golden pocket. We need a clear surge in the price to survive, based on the support, in my opinion. So I'm still very bullish on it fundamentally, but I am getting increasingly concerned about the price action, the marketing efforts, and the sheer lack of exchange listings. I'm just telling you guys straight up. That's how I feel about Casper right now. And this has been an ongoing thing for quite some time. I've been vocalizing some concerns, and it seems to only be getting worse in terms of those aspects. But obviously, the thing that's keeping me a holder is the quality of the project itself, rather than some of these other things that are maybe turning off some investors. Now, if we go and look at SEI, you can see that the chart has had a bit of a retracement. This is one which I would also be stacking on this dip. Nice kind of higher low structure on the chart forming here. And if we go and put the fibs on, you can see this is another one which is looking like it's dropping down below a golden pocket. We need it to recover. Otherwise, we do risk potentially coming back down to some lower prices again. So I'm really hoping can recover here and we can get a good weekly close a little bit higher than where we are so that we can use the golden pocket as support and then use that to bounce to new potential local highs, right? So right now, I'm kind of just a bit cautious about the market, cautiously optimistic, I would say. Some projects to me look a lot better than others. Some I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about, but others I'm still very, very bullish on. For example, Sui, not concerned about that one at all. And Aerodrome, I'm really, really liking the price action on that one. So that kind of wraps it up for this market update. Obviously, make sure to keep monitoring the geopolitical concerns. These could have increasing effects or decreasing effects on markets depending on what happens next, whether there's a retaliation. But going forward, I still believe we are in a bull run, and for that reason, I would be buying the dip as opposed to panicking. Hopefully, that video was helpful. As always, check out the VIP group if you're interested in a 24/7 active Discord community, and if you're interested in my personal buys and sells. You can get access to that by hitting the link in the description and signing up now. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a good one. Goodbye.